children's book festival.
I was clicking on 7 amazing places to visit in Lagos with your family based on my book, Kamiye's Travels. So before I go into the session, let me just give a quick backstory of this book. So the journey of this book started in 2022. I did not plan to turn it into a book. So it was just like to have enough time to spend with my son, to bond with my son, have like mommy and me time, explore Lagos, help him understand his history, his tradition, his heritage and everything. Then along the line I was like, okay, let's turn it into a book, let's share our story with the world, and this is where we have today, sharing our story at this festival. So today's workshop will be in 3 parts. 1, 7 amazing places in Lagos to visit your children based on the places we went in this book. And the second one is how to spark learning and curiosity in children through local exploration. And the third part will be ways to explore Lagos with your family. So I'll start with the first part, the 7 amazing places you can visit in Lagos with your family. So I don't know, who knows Ekpe here? Ekpe, always from Lagos here. I'm a proud Lagosian. So who knows Ekpe here? So we went to Ekpe, and Ekpe is a fishing town. It's about 30 minutes drive from Pan Atlantic University. And once you get to the town, you see 2 big fishes as a welcome sign to the fishing town. And when you move closer to, when you are approaching the main market there, which is an Ayutoro market, you start smelling fish everywhere. It's not awful, but it just tells you that you have entered a fishing town. And we went to the popular fish market there called Ebute Chief. And when you get to Ebute Chief, you can see fishes of different sizes, some small as this, and small as big as this. And the popular fish Yorubas use for their traditional marriage, Ejalson, which is African knife fish, is found there. And there are different types of fish there. As in, if you go there with 100,000 or 500,000, you will buy, and you still have so many things you want to buy. Then we moved to JKL House. JKL House is at Ebute Meta. It houses the history of the Nigerian railway system. So if you want to know how the railway system in Lagos or in Nigeria has evolved over the years, you need to visit JKL House. Fine, all our experiences are here. So if you want to know more about that, you can get this book and read about our experiences. Then we moved to Idumota. You know, we always hear our parents tell us, oh, Soja Idumota, Soja Idumota. So I was like, okay, let's go and see this Soja Idumota. Then when I did my research, I realized that they moved the statue from Lagos to Abuja. When the capital was moved from Lagos to Abuja, that was in the early 90s. But I still wanted to go there because I read that something else is there. So we went there and we saw the clock tower. The clock tower was given to Lagos as a gift from Lebanese entrepreneurs back then. Fine, we did not go to the motor on a weekday. We went on a Sunday afternoon, so everywhere was free. The good boys in Lagos were not there to harass us. Fine, we did not stay too long there. We just back, took the pictures and left the place. So our experience is also here. And we know that the Soja Idumota statue is a monument for the fallen heroes of World War I and World War II, especially the troops Nigerians sent to assist in the war. So that is the story of Soja Idumota. Then we moved to the fire station to learn about fire safety and also firefighters. So we went to Alausa, the fire station at Alausa, and when we got there, they gave us a very warm reception. They gave him a tour. This is my son. He's the Kamiye, the Kamiye's Travels. Everybody say with everybody. So they were very welcoming to him. They took him around the facility, showed him around the fire truck, and also explained some things to him about what they do as firefighters. And they even gave us a full rundown of the uniform, the helmets, the oxygen tank, the masks, the goggles, the boots, the fire resistance uniform they wear. It was a beautiful experience, and they also shared their emergency lines with us, 2 short codes and a normal GSM number. Then we went to Iga Idugoro. I don't know if anybody knows the story of Iga Idugoro, but you've heard Iga Idugoro. Okay, so I will not go deep into it. If you want to know about Iga Idugoro, just buy Kamiye's Travels. So if you want to understand the history of Lagos and its kings, then you need to know the story of Iga Idugoro. Iga Idugoro means pepper station or a pepper farm. Then after some years, Iga Idugoro is now the seat of the Lagos Palace. So if you want to know about the history of Lagos and the history of the kings of Lagos, so we have it here in Kamiye's Travels. So you can get that, and it was a very beautiful experience because we were able to know the history of the king of Lagos, and the first king of Lagos did not even come from Lagos, came from Kamiye. Then the kingship passed down to different households, and the current household now, which is in Alagba, is not even from Lagos State. It's from Osun State. Long story, but you can get it in Kamiye's travels. Then finally, we visited the Naked Art Gallery. We all want to go to the Louvre to see Mona Lisa. At least I know everybody wants to go and see Mona Lisa at the Louvre, but we have our own Louvre here. And Naked Art Gallery is like, I think it's a 3 or 4 story art gallery. It's a very beautiful place. If you go in, you will not come out the same. And it's so full, it's beautiful, so full of history, the past, the present, and even the future. It's a very beautiful place, and it's key to have so much to learn from it. So now to the B part of the workshop, which is how do you as a parent spark learning and curiosity in children through local exploration. Now, because of the world we live in, our kids are mostly kept at home and armed with tablets. It's not too good for them. We need to allow them explore. Let them go out, let them see buildings, let them see trees, let them see nature. Let them notice patterns, let them notice movements, and you can have a journal for them where they write these things down. The journal can be like your hard copy journal or your soft journal. You can even have pictures, videos, text, and even audio, and keep it. If you do this on a weekly or weekly, bi-weekly, or on a monthly basis with your children, it will serve as a basis of conversation with them, and they will help them know themselves better, know their environment better, and even instill a sense of identity in them that will make them proud of their heritage. Because I always tell myself that first you are a Nigerian, then you are a Yoruba boy. So your allegiance will be first to your country as your heritage, then to where you actually come from. And another way is to spark learning or creativity or curiosity in children is to make them visit local landmarks. Because if you don't remember, every landmark has a story. Every landmark has a story, and they need to understand the story so they can connect to the culture there, the heritage there, the history there, and the tradition. Like if you take them to the National Museum at Onikom, it's filled with stories about Nigeria and different parts of Nigeria. If you take them to Jacob House, as I mentioned earlier, it's also filled with lots of stories. Even the National Art Theatre. So visiting these local landmarks will help them with understanding their heritage, culture, tradition, and history, and also storytelling. And it's also a time to also bond with your children. Then another way to spark curiosity or learning with your children is to take them to parks, take them to gardens, take them to the riverside. Yeah, so that they will understand plants. I don't know. Okay, when was the last time you saw a butterfly? You can't remember. When was the last time you saw a butterfly? Okay. Hello there. Okay. Hello there. When was the last time you saw a butterfly? You can't remember. Just in their textbooks. So you see, we need to take them out so that they will see animals, they will see plants, they will see insects. They will understand shapes, patterns, movements, and behavior. So we need to reduce the amount of time they spend indoors and encourage them to go outdoor to understand nature. Then another way to spark curiosity and learning in them, you can take them to Freedom Park. Who knows Freedom Park here? Freedom Park used to be a colonial era prison, but it's now a cultural hub, and a lot of activities at the Freedom Park now. You can go there for picnic, you can go there to watch a stage play, film screening, concerts for children, probably age-appropriate concerts, and so many other things they can do there. Another one is to encourage them to take part in community or cultural activities. Okay, one is here, they are here at the Akada Children's Book Festival to learn something new, mingle with children they don't know, and it gives them a better view of life. Then like in your estate, if you organize activities like, okay, maybe a racing activities, an endurance walk, a clean up the neighborhood activity, you should encourage them to also be part of it. So, because it gives them, an immersive experience, because there's something as beautiful as experiencing something firsthand. Then finally, how can you explore Lagos with your children? One, you can visit the Lekki Conservation Center. I don't know if you've been there. Who has been there? Yeah, the view is so beautiful. Everywhere is green and and beautiful. The air there is also very clean compared to the one we have outside the place. Another thing, the nasty monkeys there. I don't know if you guys experienced the nasty monkeys there. They gave us a hard time that day. They actually snatched my bag, checked my bag, and the bag was like, I was like, monkey. So those monkeys are very nasty. Okay, Lekki Conservation Center, yeah. So you really need to experience those nasty Muna monkeys. And if you're lucky, you might see some crocodiles, but be careful. There's some crocodiles. But it's also a very beautiful place to have a good time with your children. Then another way to explore Lagos with your family, you can go on a boat ride, yeah, where you will connect different parts of Lagos. And by doing that, you teach your children water transportation, and it will also help them appreciate nature. They see the clear blue sky, and it will serve as a way to stir conversation with you and your children. Then another way to explore Lagos with your family is to go to the beach. You know, we have the Elégùṣì beach, the Landmark beach, the Oniri beach, Tapa Bay beach. And what can they do there? One, you can teach them about marine life. You can teach them about coastal safety and management. You can also help them to build sand castles, and you can also encourage them to swim. So it's also a time to bond with your children. You know, they are learning, and at the same time, you are also bonding with your children, which is very, very important. Then finally, on how to explore Lagos with your children, as I said before, we need to go for art shows, cultural shows, and stuff like that to bond with them.